Sierra Business Council is committed to engaging and inspiring young people. The creation of the Sierra Nevada Youth Empowerment Program evolved from our desire to put our thoughts into action. This program was designed to bring young people from both rural and urban environments in California to the High Sierra to experience the outdoors, share perspectives, and gain an understanding about the issues facing the Sierra Nevada. This program's participants were selected from a pool of youth who are actively engaged in projects in their communities.
It is, of course, the youth of California that we're going to depend upon to kind of lead in the next generation on issues like natural resource management, sustainable communities, building stronger societies to adapt to climate change. We really wanted to build a link between urban and rural youth, incorporate natural resource education, outdoor experiential education opportunities, and then also begin to build a support system and peer network for those youth to go on and begin to build career objectives around this.
Wanted them to have an opportunity to get to know the area a little bit. Many of them had never been to the east side or to Mammoth, had never been in snow. And then we really just threw them out there to get to know the other participants at the conference and said, go meet people, and the reception was fantastic.
The conference brought together people from state and federal agencies, local business owners, corporate business owners and corporate sponsors, nonprofit organizations, people working on social justice issues, people working on environmental issues, people working on community empowerment.
We had one session where we had a fishbowl where we had the kids sit in a circle. The adults outside of the circle were told to listen to what the kids had to say.
I mean, it feels good to see a young person just really doing something big, you know.
Their frankness, their ability to look into the work that we do and give us powerful suggestions for how we can change and approach issues with kind of a fresh set of eyes was unbelievably valuable.
Get the community involved with it, you know, have the youth kind of lead your program. Some part of your program would bring a lot of more kids into it, you know.
Listening to them talk about what issues were important to them, listening to them talk about how we could do a better job of communicating those issues to a younger audience.
I felt like it was so inspiring and powerful.
The public transportation available in our area is minimal and inadequate for the community, making it necessary to own a car and drive everywhere you go.
Growing up, trash has always been a problem, and nothing's really being done about it. We also need to work together to do more community cleanup days.
Having more programs for language development, encouragement, and awareness of what their rights are will be a step forward to change and help for these Mexican American students.
How are you going to expect all these kids to want to conserve the environment when they don't appreciate it? And how are you going to get them to appreciate it without getting them out there to enjoy it, learning to fall in love with it?
We feel in many of our communities that there are no grocery stores nearby where we live, and people are forced to shop at local liquor stores where the food is of low quality. And even when they can make it to the grocery store, the food is still full of pesticides, herbicides, and most of the meat is raised on a factory farm.
The organic food should not just be for the financially affluent.
In my dark nights, I can only see the break of day. For we all know that at the end of the tunnel, there's always a light. And just like our struggling warriors and soldiers, we was all trying to keep up the good fight.
There was hardly a dry eye in the house. It was so moving and so powerful. The kids were smiling, but we were all crying in the back.
It was an unbelievably powerful and moving experience to hear them talk about why this was so important and about what they had learned as part of this project.
I never really realized how much one person can make such a big difference.
One day meeting a stranger, and the next thing, some of the best friends I've ever made, along with whether they're my peers or the adults I've met here.
I learned that there are adults that want to listen to our opinions.
The people in this program kind of restored hope in me for like our generation and what we can do.
I feel like I learned that I can have a family everywhere I go, you know, regardless of what gender, what race you are. I learned that we can still build a family from that, you know.
But what I learned is that within like 4 days, you guys have become my family.
I am really impressed with the young people that I've seen all through this conference. I think what I learned about this is that we all have to listen to the young people. Otherwise, we're going to miss something. So thank you very much.
Don't be afraid of me. I'll make your life joyful. I'm a raven. I'll fly by your side.
Before I was blessed with any of these opportunities, I was shy. I was self-conscious. And I had no clue about how strong my voice was.
I felt like the world opened up to me. Wow!
They really provided, I think, a valuable service in getting us to rethink how we communicate in the modern world.
The Sierra Nevada Youth Empowerment Program was a tremendous start to a process that I hope continues for years and years to come.